My recommendation features around an interesting dilemma that we all face: identity. Who are we? And this is a dilemma that is faced by anybody who is a migrant, if you like, and who isn't a migrant in this world. You move from one city to another, you move from one country to another. Me as a Kashmiri, have moved from Kashmir. I'm now in Mumbai. And the Kashmiri Pandit that I want to introduce to you today, her name is Priyanka Mattoo. Now, Priyanka Mattoo is a lady of many parts and a very accomplished lady. She's a writer. She used to be a comedy agent for Hollywood, and she even runs and has started up a very interesting podcast run by women called Earios. It's part of the imaginative approach, and she incidentally is also married to the award-winning director, joint award-winning director of Spider-Man, Rodney Rothman. There are two pieces of writing that I want to recommend to you out of the many numbers of essays she has done, and these two are: one is how to extract a Rogan Josh recipe from the mother through Zoom. There are many challenges here, which include getting the recipe and then getting it through Zoom. And the other one is I hate it with both eyes, which is actually a Kashmiri saying or a proverb. Both in a very simple, very enjoyable, but very deep way, actually connect with identity. Priyanka Mattoo left Kashmir 41 years ago, mind you, at the age of 9. She hasn't been able to go back since for various reasons. But even till the age of 9, what memories she has of Kashmir still constitute a powerful identity and a search for integration into wherever she went. She went with her parents to Britain, to the Middle East, and now she is in California and integrated into the land of her adoption, which is now the United States of America. So this feature that has appeared in the New Yorker, very prestigious magazine, I recommend you must read it. It's a wonderful piece of writing because English is actually Priyanka's adopted language. She has taken to it like a duck to water, and her use of the language, its imagination, the structures, the unexpectedness, the humor, outstanding. She should write a book. But meanwhile, in how to extract a mother's Rogan Josh recipe, she actually explains the adventure and the dilemma. Why does her mother not give her the recipe earlier? Because the mother, like all people from, a generation earlier or two generations earlier, don't measure things. They actually measure a recipe कि इसका रंग ऐसा है, या भाई थोड़ी देर और इसको रखो, ये एक मुट्ठी भर डाल दो उसमें. कोई measurements है ही नहीं उसमें. दूसरा struggle है, how do you get on Zoom? The second piece of Priyanka ji's, brilliant oeuvre of, essays and, writings, I recommend is, अभी recently उन्होंने publish किया है in the New York Times. It's called I Hate It With Both My Eyes. Actually, it is a Kashmiri saying. ये कश्मीर में इसको कहते हैं दोन अछन छुप खरान, which means I hate it with both my eyes. And what an original title for an essay which actually explores language and her desire that her children should share this wonderful memory of who she is, so that if you are full and complete and you're confident in who you are, you have all the ingredients of success. उसमें वो कहती है बच्चों को, she used to hear quite often कि खुरमुज, meaning you snot-nosed, wild-eyed brat, खुरमुज. And she used to be referred when she was young and roly-poly till the age of 9, when they used to have these feasts and gatherings. Her relatives used to, playfully call her Lokut Hinduvind, meaning little watermelon. You push her, she'd roll down the hill. And those of you who will understand will read it for the insight that it gives you into the longing and into the importance of language as a factor of who you are and your identity. I hate it with both my eyes and I love it with all my heart. But for me, and what I'm recommending it to you for, is overall for you to understand, to enjoy and get insights into how you resolve issues of identity. Through her understanding of the world of the Hollywood in America, she has adapted to her new land. And through her search for her language and for her cuisine and for the ways of life that she remembers even as a little girl of 9 when she left. And she longs to go back if she can. She tells us how she is making efforts to bring it all together, not only for herself, but for her husband, and even more important, for her children. I absolutely recommend to you this weekend reading up Priyanka Mattoo's wonderful essays and wonderful pieces across the last 10 years or so in different magazines. You can go to her website, Pri Mattoo. And while you're doing that, you can come to my YouTube channel as well, Siddharth Speaks, for many, many similar insights. I recommend Priyanka Mattoo, not just today, but forever.